Alright, good morning, people of YouTube. So we are back again with some exciting news. Bandai went ahead and dropped the banned and restricted list. So, if you guys haven't seen already, I made a prediction video. Probably put the link down below, but we were pretty much right. I made the prediction that Bandai wouldn't make a list that would limit card or semi-limit cards, like put cards to 2. And they didn't. They just banned one card. They banned Mega Digimon Fusion for pretty much the reasons that I predicted, because of Susano. This wasn't my prediction alone. Pretty much everybody in the format said that Mega Digimon Fusion needed to go to either 1 or 0, and we were all right. So, feels good to be us, I guess. Feels bad to be Lilith Loot players, I guess. So, my condolences. Restricted cards to 1, we got Reinforcing Memory Boost. And Bandai went ahead and put in, like, little descriptors on why they went ahead and did this. So that's kind of nice. Like, in Yu-Gi-Oh! They just limit the cards and sometimes leave players wondering. And so it's really, really nice that Bandai at least gave us text box that told us little bits about their thoughts. So, Reinforcing Memory Boost, they said it was just better than other Memory Boost and exceeded their power level estimators when used in specialized decks such as non-yellow multicolored control decks and D-Reaper decks. So basically they're just saying security control and D-Reaper. This card was designed to be used for yellow decks, and it is being used in not yellow decks, so they limited it to 1. Ice Wall. Ice Wall to 1. Most people said Ice Wall was going to be banned. Either banned or put to 1. It was like 50-50 split. I was on the train that Ice Wall would probably be put to 1, and here it is, put to 1. They said, though performing as intended as a defensive card, using it every turn results in a lock situation that negatively impacts the speed of the game. The resulting unenjoyable play patterns outweigh the benefits of the card's effect, so we decided to restrict it to 1. So basically they're saying it's not a bad card at 1, but the problem is playing Ice Wall turn after turn is an issue. So, yeah, that is it. The one other thing that I would like to note is that HPD and Argomon level 5 are not on this update, so they are still at 1. Sadly. Most people kind of thought that those would be going to more because green decks kind of need a boost, and that is sadly not happening. So this change with these cards that I just mentioned comes into effect February 25th. So if you are playing at Nationals, you are still not affected by this yet. Like, you can still play your Mega Digimon Fusion. You can still play your 4 Ice Walls in any deck that you can. So, yeah, go ahead and do that because Ice Wall's broken. But one thing to note is that in April, they're limiting a couple more cards. So they're giving these cards a time to shine in the BT7 format, and then when BT8 rolls around, they're going to be like, let's put a damper on this. One of the cards on this list is SaviorHuckmon. SaviorHuckmon is going to go to 1. So I predicted that Greymon, the starter deck Greymon, is going to go to 1 instead of this, because putting this card to 1 will just kind of really hurt Jessamon, like to the point where it's no longer going to be a tier 1 1.5 deck like in this BT7 BT8 format. It might be a tier 1.5 tier 2 deck now instead, just because of this limit. And while that is sad if you're a Jessamon player, I sympathize with you. This is kind of like the most awkward hit on this list, so to speak. But they said that decks that use this card with the BT6 Jessamon have dominated the metagame for longer than anticipated, greatly limiting viable decks in red. For this reason, we decided to restrict this card to 1. So basically, yeah, Jessamon just overtook every red deck in terms of viability. People weren't playing Shoutmon anymore. People aren't playing Greymon Tribal anymore. People are just playing Jessamon if they're playing red. So, makes sense. It is what it is. So in April, this card gets limited to 1. And then Icemon is also getting limited to 1. So Icemon is going to be a great engine for getting a bunch of cards in play with purple in the BT7 format. However, in the BT8 format, we get Chimeramon, which can Jawgress on two level 4s. And Icemon can play itself for free. So getting cards that play themselves for free and then Jawgressing into Chimeramon and then going into mini board wipe followed by whatever level 6 you want. Nah, that's not fair. So limiting this card to 1, I totally agree with. And they're saying, yeah, using Icemon with Scatter Mode and Tandem makes it easier than anticipated to cycle through your deck while playing Digimon to your battle area for free. And yeah, so there you have it, folks. In April, we get 2 more cards limited. In February, we get Ice Wall Reinforcing limited to 1, and then Mega Digimon Fusion to 0. It still says that these cards are at 1. And then, yeah, it just gives us the full list. So, there you have it, folks. The community was pretty spot on with their predictions overall. So there's not really too much information here that we didn't expect, to say the least, except for this right here, the Argomon and the HPD staying at 1. Definitely did not expect that. I expected these cards to go to more than that. So, yeah, that's about all I have to say. We'll see you guys in the next video. Bye, everyone.